That was most amusing. Petite woman pulled up here a little while ago, got out of her kind of olive colored Jeep. Am I hearing? Yeah, I can hear my voice. And what a mess. And in the process, she comes on asking prying questions. You know, are you stuck? Behind stuff. And bear in mind she's barefoot and already has the I forget the she's probably only 30 or 35. Well, she said 25 years, but she had even prepared a bag and began to prying questions. At one time, at one point in time, I had to turn it into drill sergeant. I had to let her know who the fuck she's talking to. That's the exact words. Do you know who because she was I'm trying to compress all the, she was asking all these prying questions and stuff. And then I go, why no, I'm not stuck. But, and began to explain. She said she wanted to give me something. And I'm going like, I don't really, if I told her, you notice how spotless this area is? It's the first time I've really had it clean since Thanksgiving Eve. And she comes up here. She turns out she's got a bag in the Jeep. And we're progressing, and she was still had her arms open. She was ridding off the list and stuff like, yeah, shaving gel. I dry shave. No. Chips. I said, no, look at the chips over there. Palm oil, yada yada, Frankenfood. And then when she saw that I was going to really reject almost everything that she had brought me, probably $100 worth of shit. Yeah, toothbrush. All, nope, got that. Nothing. No, I'm fine. And people often give only in order to manipulate or create some sense of indebtedness. And then what really made me tell her, who you fucking talking to, is I smell pot. Oh, that smells delicious. Somebody on the parkway smoking a little one. Smells pretty good. Dude, I got a nose like a mother. I just narrowly avoided getting the fucking trash bomb put on me by some little gal who gets out of the car having her feet. What's the name of that? Where the big toe turns in and you get that. Oh gosh. She needed actually orthopedic devices and orthopedic shoes. She began to tell me, she started to wax wise, philosophical on me. That's really where I started getting fucking. I just became, I turned on the smiling eyes. I'm trying to give her subtle messages that I'm not going to listen to some child. I even told her, I said, you're talking to white hair, and what are you going to start quoting Plato? And that's what she was. I knew what was coming next. She was trying to do the empath thing. In your heart and all this shit. And I'm going like, okay, that's fucking, then that's the point at which she crossed her arms, meaning she wasn't open to what I had to say. Think about that. She wants me to be open to every fucking word that she says, then gives me the visual cue that she is no longer open. And she's kind of walking back and forth. Oh, you can't see it on the curbing there, so she didn't step on the dirt. I was good. I need to rig up some kind of system where I have this camera where I've got it set for the double wrist flip, the twist thing, and really haven't been practicing much because Later on, I'm going to tell you why I'm in such a loving, forgiving mode. I didn't yell at the girl. Today I had a tremendous first an arachidonyl ethanolamide release, natural synthesis, and then a flood of that endomorphine that y'all is technically correctly called leucine and kefalin. See, I've already mentioned it. I've already worked it in here, don't I? I felt really good, and then I went like, well, I've still got one more chore I can do. I've actually got one more I need to do right now. I've got in my head because everything in its place and in order, like my duffel bag is only 2 compartments. The first is a little tiny compartment where I keep critical shit, like the very bag, waterproof bag that the duffel goes into. When it really starts coming down, out first zip, out comes the bag, duffel goes into it. And I think I'm gonna put that brand new blanket in there now. I've actually got the space, and it's not as heavy as I've been moving a bit. It's under 30 pounds. It's probably around 25, but I don't want to get it up to the maximum. And my point is that she was so clear when she crossed her arms. She was when I told her who the hell I am in its briefest form, and in the tone of my voice conveyed to her that in no way did I want to listen to her phony bullshit, social indebtedness of showing me empathy and telling me that at 30 years old that she understands where I'm at 70 years old. Fuck you, bitch. You don't. You're walking around here without any problems. You haven't a fucking clue. You have had some emotional problems in life. You clearly wore some really bad, pointy-toed ass shoes that have deformed your feet. That's why she got out with no shoes on. She doesn't really have the... And I can tell by her speech, her manner of delivery, that she was not skilled either in communication, she had no natural gift for it, nor in education. She should have been able to tell by my manner of speech. She was trying to make that human connection with me so that I don't feel alone. I don't have the loneliness gene. She does. Just because you do, don't think that I have. She was a little angry, kind of. She was still... So there was another, what I call psychic vampire, who stole about, I think I got her done in about 13, 14 minutes, was tops. And she was ready to get into a very lengthy heart-to-heart, It's just, especially once she hit shaving gel and chips, and I could see that just she really didn't know anything about products. Then she starts trying to do that empathy thing and trying to make a connection to me, even though she's got a brand new vehicle and a home to go to, and she's only 30 years old. She has absolutely no... I saw her balancing and all this stuff. She walks on she was doing balance beam in gymnastics, really. And, she's walking a very narrow curve there and spinning on it and all that stuff. She had no physical problems. Her problems are strictly up here. And the number one problems is she tried to approach and teach philosophy and display some platonic empathy, which is a fictional thing, to me. That was your biggest mistake, bitch. You ate up 13, 14 minutes of my life. When I've told this entire area, it's probably my most watched video today. And I know that, see, they have their own. Once I reach out to the Rotary and others, and it's also going to Nextdoor app, I know that thousands are talking about my demand not to be dumping here, or I'll call the fucking cops on you. That's exactly what I told her. You don't leave nothing here for me when I'm gone, or I'll have the cops take fingerprints off that shit and come after you for illegal dumping. God commands you to stand before white hair for a reason. That young person, I'm not going to call her a lady because she was not, was rude as fuck, impolite, definitely not from a native Texas family. Couldn't hear it, couldn't see any real Texan in her. I have no idea. She had that West Coast accent, even Midwest, the Midwesterners who moved to the West Coast, that completely accent, dialect neutral English. But 100% dummy. Actually thought she was going to teach me all about love and philosophy and how that in her 30 years she suffered as much as me. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are just too fucking much.